Imagine you're working in IT industry on a data analyst role or business analyst role or data scientist role or machine learning engineer role or any different similar kind of role, and your manager says that take a data that is present in database, clean that data. Basically there are some missing values. First check it out, the missing values are there or not there. If it is there, handle the missing values. In short, clean a data and create one more new table into database and dump that clean data into new table. So if your manager says this, then what we have to do? So this video is for you. In earlier videos, we have used MySQL database, but in this video specifically we are going to use different database, that is MongoDB database. And if you don't know how to install MongoDB database and how to dump a data into MongoDB database, how to create a collection, how to dump data into MongoDB database, you can go to this videos which already we have published. Let me go to Data AI Revolution channel, YouTube channel. You go to the playlist, and in playlist you can find this MongoDB playlist. In MongoDB playlist you will see the first video on MongoDB installation on Windows, and second video is basically how to load CSV into MongoDB database. So watch these two videos to just be familiar with MongoDB database. And once you have data present in MongoDB database, we can fetch into the Pandas environment, and then we can clean the data. We can basically handle the missing values, and then we can dump that clean data back to the MongoDB. So let me show you where is the data set. So on this my desktop, this is the MongoDB compass. So let me open the MongoDB compass. Yeah, so if you don't know MongoDB compass, how to install it, so you just watch that two videos, you will be familiar with this. So let us connect to the database. So database is present on same machine, that's why host is localhost, and this is basically port number is basically 27017 by default. Let's connect to this MongoDB database. And here you can see on the left side we have these four databases present. Out of this we are going to choose the HealthDB database, and inside HealthDB database this is the collection. Collection you can treat like a table. If you already worked with MySQL databases or any relational database management systems, we need to tell that is as a table where we have rows and columns, and data stores in that row and table row and column format. But in MongoDB the data will not store in row and column format. It will be stored in document format with the help of key value pairs. So it's having a structure like JSON schema. So let me show you. If I'm going to click on this particular table, this is the database and this is the table name. And you can see this is the first document, this is the second document, this is the third document, and so on. So there are total 70,653 records, and there are some missing values here, right? If you go down, if you check, right? So there are some missing values. So let me just show you in different formats so that we can see. So if you want to display in curly brace format, just click on this option. So you can see the same data in this curly brace format, just like a dictionary format. If you want to see in table view, just click on this option. So you can see. So you can see here, there is no field, here is no field, no field, no field, no field, even here is no field. So some of the values are missing. So your manager says that take this entire data, clean it, handle the missing values, and once data is cleaned, create one more collection into the same place. So what we will do, we will create one collection now here. So collection name will give diabetic underscore cleaned, right? And let us create the collection. So see, this is the blank collection. You can treat like a table, blank table. And if I'm going to click on this particular collection, you can see we don't have any data right now. We have 0 number of records. So what is our role? Pull this data into Pandas data frame, handle missing values, clean it, and then you have to dump that data back to this particular collection. So this is the end-to-end basically video. So pulling the data from database, doing some operations into Pandas, and writing that clean data back to the database. So this will be an end-to-end particular operation. Okay, now to do this, what we have to do, let me do one thing. So let me open a place where we want to work. So I have created this particular directory named as handling the missing data. And inside this I'll go, let's copy the path and let's come to the switch to this directory, and let us just activate the environment in which we have to work. Now open VS Code into this particular place. So code dot. So if you don't know how to work with Anaconda environment and how to work with Jupyter Notebook, VS Code, or different virtual environments, you can just go and watch the previous tutorials which we have already uploaded. You will be familiar with that. Now in this video, what will be our work? What is the end objective of this tutorial, right? So in this end objective of this tutorial will be, we have to write a clean data back to the MongoDB database. That is the end objective. And to do this, right, we are going to do this entire video into 4 parts. The first part will be pull the data into from MongoDB database to Pandas environment. So that is the first part. Second, identify there are missing values or no, are there or not there. If missing values are there, we will handle it. If missing values are not there, then there is no need to handle it. Third, if missing values are there, we have to impute the missing values. We have to fill the missing values, right? So basically we have to do some little bit data cleaning. And once data is cleaned, the last step will be write that data back to the MongoDB database. So this is the 4 steps in which we are going to complete this entire video. And to save the time, this tutorial will be a little bit long. So to save the time, what I will do, I have already uploaded this notebook into my GitHub repo. So I will just copy the line by line code from their GitHub repo, and I will just show how basically it is going to do. So let me open a repo. So let me go to, yeah, and here in repos, right, just go to this particular repo. And this is the directory, basically. This is the repository, handling missing data. And let's open this particular handling missing data IPYNB file. So it will open. So now what is the first step? First step, we have to pull a data from database. And for this, we need to connect with MongoDB database. So how to do this? We need some Python packages to do this. So first package we need, that is basically PyMongo. So PyMongo is a Python package which used to connect with MongoDB database. So how to open a terminal? Just click on this 3 dot, go to terminal, open new terminal, and yeah, we can do it from PowerShell also, but I used to prefer a normal command prompt. So if you see here now, you can install from PowerShell also, that's not a problem. So this is the test environment which we have activated, and in this place we are right now working. So you can see the handling missing data. So this is basically handling missing data. And let's install first package that we need. So pip install PyMongo. This will install PyMongo package from pypy.org. So what is pypy.org? Pypy.org is basically pypy.org. Let me just search pypy. Let's open pypy and search here PyMongo. So we'll get this PyMongo. Yeah. So this is the package available in this particular place. And if you want to install this package, this is the command pip install PyMongo. You can copy from here also. And this particular package used to deal or interact with MongoDB database. So that we are going to install now. So you can see I got the message that requirement already satisfied, satisfied. In your case, it will install the PyMongo package. Also, we need one package, that is Pandas, that is common package. So let us install Pandas also. If it is already installed, then that is not a problem. If it is not installed, it will install Pandas also. So these only 2 packages will be needed. So let me close this now and let me do one thing now. So if you have to install the package, you can use this particular 2 commands. So let me execute this particular cell. So this is the comment. This is not going to do anything because already we have installed. Now import the packages. How we can import the packages? So we can import like this. So we need to import Pandas and we have to import PyMongo. Now we have to make connection with MongoDB database. To connect with MongoDB database, right? How can we make a connection? The connections can be made using this. Inside PyMongo, there is one method named as Mongo client, and here we have to pass URI. What is this URI? Let me come back to MongoDB Compass. Let me disconnect this. We have exited basically. Let me just open MongoDB Compass. And let me show you what is URI. So URI is basically this, along with host name, if there is port number, and this particular this string is basically called as URI. And this currently database is present in same machine, that's why I'm using this URI. In your case, your URI may be different, right? So you will get some different host name from your manager. You will get port number. Even along with host name, port number, database name also you will get, collection name also will get, username and password you will also have, right? Right now, authentication, we don't have any authentication method. That's why authentication method is none. But in your case, you can go with username and passwords and connect to the particular database. So let's use this particular URI. Let me close this now. Let me come back to here, and this is the URI which we have taken. Once once the URI has been passed, you can create a client, and you know the database name. Database name is basically HealthDB, and the table name is basically, collection name is basically diabetic. So this client dot database name is going to become database, and database dot table name, that is collection name, that is going to become collection. So let's execute this. Connection has been created, and let's query the particular collection. How we can do the query? Let me just pull this. Let me, yeah. So this is a collection is basically database healthdb.diabetic.find is the method. Using find which we can create a cursor, and we can convert that cursor, right, into data frame using this way. So in Pandas, we have data frame method. We can pass that cursor, whatever data we have fetched from database, right, is now in the cursor. We will convert into the list, and list is converted into data frame. Let's see the data now. You can see this entire data came here. So we have fetched the data successfully from the MongoDB database. Now you can see this data, either if you want, then you can save it. That's not a problem, right? So let me do one thing. Let me delete this cell. If you want to save this data a local in CSV way, so this is present in df now. So df dot to CSV, save into CSV, and diabetic.csv, it will be saved. So this is the database, the data that we have already pulled from MongoDB. Yeah, and here you can say here is the missing value, here is the missing value, here is the missing value. Some values are missing here. So we have to first detect missing values are there or not there. If it is there, we have to fill it out. Let me close this. So now this is the first step we have done. Now what is second step? The second step is basically identify missing values are there or not there. If it is there, what are the ways using which we can identify? So basically there are 4 ways using which we can identify the missing values. The first is info method, right? Second is count method. Third is NA, and fourth is null. And even this we can go with displaying the percentage form also. Let me go one by one. So in this one of the way, you can check basically missing values are there or not there in the data set in one of the way. So let's go one by one. So you can write df.info, right? You can see there are total 70,653 entries, and the indexing starts with 0. So last indexing will be 70,652, right? So 7653. These are total number of entries, records. So in all columns, right, it should be the 70,653. But for few columns, you can see for gender, it's 50, not 53. 3 values are missing. Age 47. This is 47. This is 48. So here it is missing. Here it is missing. Here are some missing values. Here there is no missing value. One missing value. And here many missing values, right? So we can use this data df.info method to check the missing values are there or not there. That's the one way, right? Second way, let me go to count way, right? So yeah, and also let us check. So we know that let me show you. Yeah. So see, this is the ID. This is basically gender. Gender is basically a string. Age is basically a number, integer, right? So it comes to float. We will convert into integer, right? Then hypertension is basically 0, 1. It's basically integer. So we will convert this into integer. Then we will convert. So whatever columns are there that are present in different formats, so we will convert them into the integer. So how we can do this? So let me just copy this. let us do one thing. Let us add this cell. Okay. See, age is present right in different way, right? Float format. Now you can say age is present in float. Let's convert into integer 32. Hypertension convert into integer 32, right? Heart disease convert into integer 32. Blood glucose level in 32 and diabetic in 32. Remaining columns, that's fine. So if we are going to do this, now you can check it out. So hypertension 0 1, right? It's came to integer now. This is now integer. This is integer, and this all, so you can say this is integer now. This is integer now, and so on basically. HbA1c, that is in float. So even we can verify. Let me verify it. So let us check df.info now. Once again, you can see now this 3 columns made to integer and these 2 columns made to integer. So this is the first way to check the missing values are there or not there, right? So here wherever these values are different than 70,653, the values are missing, right? What is the second way? It's a count method. So in count method, right? Let me show you. Let me show you what is count method. So count method will give basically the value count in each variable. So df.count is the method. So if you see here, in each variable, these are basically number of values, and we know that we have basically shape parameter for a data frame. So if you are going to see the shape, right? Shape of 0. Let me come df.shape. See, we have 70,653 records and 11 columns, right? I want to pull this value, so that's why I'm accessing 0th index, and it came to the total rows. So total rows is basically 70,653, and then we will minus it. So how we can minus it? So that will give a missing data basically. So missing data is basically total rows are basically 70,653 minus missing count is basically this. So it will subtract, right? This 70 from 70,653. These values will be subtracted, and whatever the missing data is there, it will be given. So you can check it now. In gender, 3 values are missing. In age, 6 values are missing. Hypertension, 6 values are missing. These are basically, and in address, basically around 49,000 values are missing. So too many values are missing in this particular column. So that's that this column may be irrelevant column. We can drop this particular columns also. Now third way to check the missing values are basically is NA, right? So df dot is NA dot sum, right? So you can see you will get the same results, right? Even what you can do is basically let me just go here. Let me just remove this sum, right? What it is going to revert, you can see. So it will revert a true or false. So wherever the value is missing, it will revert as a true. You can see here it is a true. So this value is missing. Here it is a true. This value is missing. So wherever it is false, it means that the values are not missing. So here it is true. This value is missing, and so on. And if you take a sum, right, then it will show the number of values missing in each particular feature. The same thing we can do with the help of is null also. This is null and is NA basically interchangeably used. So let me copy this. Let us check first. It will give the same results. You can say true. It will return true and false. So wherever it is true, the value is missing. Wherever it is false, value is not missing. And let us write df dot is null, right, dot sum. You can see. So these values are missing. Can we convert into this particular percentage form? Definitely yes. So let's copy this and let's divide these values by, we know the length of df. So it will divide by length of df, that is 70,653, and into multiplied by 100. So this will give in percentage form. You can see it now, and we can round it also. Pack inside the round, and let's round for 3 decimal points, right? And let's execute this now. You can see almost 70% values are missing in address column, and this is 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, and so in other columns very less values are missing. So what inside we can write from this particular table? So we can write this inside, right? Let me copy this. What inside found is basically this. right, inside found. So there is no missing value in ID column. In ID column 0.000 is there, and BMI feature. BMI is also 0.00. So there is no missing value. Very small amount of missing values in gender, age, hypertension, and heart disease. These columns, and approximately 70% values are missing in address feature. So we can check the values of address feature, and if it is irrelevant, we can drop this also. So this is the basically inside found in this particular way. Now this is the second step we have completed. Now what is third step? We can handle this particular missing data. To handle missing data, there are various ways. We'll see all those ways one by one. So first is basically drop column. If column is irrelevant and has many missing values, right, we can drop it. So for example, here you can see in address, we have around 70% values are missing. Let us verify the unique values in address. So how we can check the unique values in address? Let's copy this and just enter this. You can see we have text 1, text 2, text 3. So this is not an address basically, right? So that's basically raw data, noise basically. And even we can go for n unique also. Let's check n unique, number of unique values. You can see, so 21,000 values are there. So every value is different, and even we can check the value counts. Let us go for value counts. Every value, text 1, text 2, text 3, this is basically unique. So it's a raw data basically, it's a noise basically. We can drop this column. And how we can drop this particular column? Let me just copy this. So I want to drop this particular column. So df dot drop is basically a method to drop a column. Columns equal to, I want to drop only one column, that is address. And axis equal to 1 indicates a column. So and drop the vertical column, and that whatever results comes, save that result back to data frame and print the top 5 records of data frame. So if you are going to do this, see we have ID, we have gender, and right side the address column now went. So this is dropped now because 70% value were missing, and there is no point to keep that particular column as it is in the data frame. Now second way to handle missing values, basically we can remove the rows using this particular method, drop NA. One approach we can use, this approach can be preferred when we have very less missing values. We can drop those all the rows. So how we can do this? Let me show you. So it's a very simple way. See, the method is basically drop NA. So df dot drop NA, and we are going to delete the rows, each row wherever null value is there or no value is there. So in a row, if for any column, if there is a null value, that particular row can be dropped. And from suppose let us assume we have lakhs of records, and only 1% or only 0.05% or 0.5%, this much number of null values are there, then we can straightforward delete the rows also. That is possible. We will not do delete all the rows right now. I wanted to show the operation, that's why what we will do, df dot drop NA, whatever results comes, save into different data frame, that's df1. Let's print the df1, and you can see it now. See the number of records that are dropped are basically 70,632 are remaining, and earlier it was 70,653 something. Let me show you. 7653 minus, right? So 7653 minus 7632. If we are going to do this, you can say 21 records has been dropped, and 21, this count is very small, that's why we can proceed with this. But actually this approach is not right when we have we have basically huge number of missing values. So if you have 70% rows in which single missing value is there, then 70% data is going to lose. We will have only 30% data, and we are going to lose too much data. That's not a recommended way. Now what is the next technique? So next technique is basically, we don't need to drop any columns, we don't need to drop any rows, right? We have to fill the missing values, right? For categorical columns. So categorical columns are basically, in our case, we have this gender, either male, female, or other. And we have smoking history. This is categorical variable. And even this is also her disease, basically yes or no. It's basically categorical in terms of numbers basically. So what we will do, for gender and smoking history, we will try to impute the specific value. Let's come back to here, And let's do one thing. Okay, let's do one thing now. Let's check the number of missing values in columns now. In case of, say, in gender, we have 3 missing columns, right? Now, we'll check the value counts in gender. So, say in gender, we will check which values. Females are 41,000, males are 29,000, others are basically 15. So most of the data is from female. So can we consider basically this as a mode, and can we impute this as a female? Only 3 records we have to impute. So for 3 patients, the gender is not specified. Here most of the patients are female. So we can assume basically those 3 are also female. So even we can just go with mode also. So if you want to find the mode, right? So df.gender.mode, right? If you're going to do this, it will return a female because this is the maximum, right? And can we impute this? Definitely yes. How can we impute this? Let me show you now, right? So df.gender, we want to do the imputation in gender. We have to fill the null values with this particular value. What is the value? Gender.mode of 0, right? What is, let me show you the mode first, and then we will pick the 0th index. So let me see this is the mode. Mode means most common value, most repeating value. So most repeating value is female, and this is present at 0th index. That's why we are specifying 0th index. This returns a female. And if you are going to impute this, let us check now. In gender, we got this as 0. It means that now we have done the imputation for gender. Can we do the same thing for smoking history? The yes. So let me delete this, right? So smoking history, let's do one thing now. Let's check the value count for smoking history. So we have, say, you can check it out. When smoking history is not specified, so there is no information provided. And even if it is missing, means that no information is given. So we can replace with the help of this particular value. And this is most repeating, that's a mode basically. So what we can do, or directly we can fill like this also. Say df.smoking history is our column, fill NA. When they have not given the information, 7 people have not filled their smoking history. So we will write manually. This is basically no information given, because no information value is already there in the as one of the value. So that's fine then. And we are going to assign to smoking history. Let's check it now. We can see now smoking history now becomes a 0. So this is also imputed. What about numerical columns like age, hypertension, heart disease, and again this blood glucose level? We can go for next. So fill the missing data for numerical columns like age using mean. So we know mean is basically average. So wherever age is missing, we will take average of age column and we'll fill that missing value by particular mean. So how we can do this? Let me find out the value of mean. So df.age is the column. This mean will give the mean value, average value. So this is the average value. And we have to impute this age with mean value. So let's impute with this mean value basically. So df.age.fill NA. This df.age.mean will give a float value basically, and the type of this particular column is integer. That's why we are converting into integer, and then we are going to fill it. Let's verify now. You can see now age is going to become now 0. So we have now missing values are 0 in age. What about next? The next column is hypertension. In hypertension, 6 values are missing. Let us fill for hypertension using mode again. Why it is mode? Because in hypertension we have only 0 and 1 value. So let's check a value count of this. So let me check a value count of this. So if you see around 65,000 cases, the value is 0. So there is no hypertension. Only for 5,000 cases, the hypertension is there. So wherever it is missing, we can treat this basically as they don't have any hypertension. So we'll just replace with mode again. So if you are going to check the hypertension mode, right? So this is the mode. Yeah, 0, right? 0 basically. And can we replace it? Can we fill it? We can fill it. Let's verify it now. You can see the hypertensions, wherever the data was missing, it has been filled with 0. There is no hypertension for those cases, right? Similarly, for heart disease also we can do. So let us go for heart disease. So this is heart disease. We can go with heart disease also. Option values are basically 0 and 1. So let's impute by mode, and you can see it now. Now this is going to become 0. Smoking is to 0. Now only 3 columns are remaining in which we have to go for imputation. So next is basically forward fill, right? So you can see now we have 3 columns left. The first is HbA1c level, blood glucose level, and diabetics. There are one missing value. Straightforward, we can drop that records also, but I will show you how basically we can go for forward filling. And you can see now, let's check the values present in this particular column. So df dot this particular level is NA. So you can see at the last we have a true value. So how can we go for forward filling? So let us see first data frame, and you can see, let me scroll to the right. You can see, so this is missing, and this is missing. Now in this particular column, so let me fill. So method is basically forward fill, ffill, forward fill. So what forward fill will do? See, whenever you are going to fill this value, so what is the current previous immediate previous value? This is 4.5. So this 4.5 will be filled as this particular value. That's called as forward fill value, forward filling. And what is backward filling? For example, this value is missing and here it is 5.5. So next value was 5.5 and here it was missing. Then this 5.5 will be filled here in this particular case. So let me show you. Let us just execute this. You can see now. Let us scroll down. You can see this 4.5 has been filled. Why it is filled? Because immediate back the previous value was 4.5 and previous value filled to the next record, that is called as forward filling. So using this, we can also impute the missing value. Now let us check the missing values now. What are the missing values remaining? So df is NA sum. You can see now only 2 columns in which we have a missing values. So let's go for backward filling. So in case of backward filling, let us check now. Let us check the missing values data. See, we have true here. So in last record the value is missing. Now here it is the problem. In last record the value is already missing. So we don't have a record after that record. That is the last record. So we can't use backward filling here. So backward filling can be used other than last record, and forward filling can be used other than first record. So if you are going to fill backward filling also, let me show you. So say, if you are going to fill this particular column, blood glucose level, fill NA, method is backward filling, right? And let's print the data frame. So it will not fill the data. So why it will not fill the data? See, this is not going to fill the data. Why? Because this is the last record. And after this record, we don't have any further record. So this particular backward filling can't take the value which is present after this and it can fill here. No, because this is the last record. So backward filling will apply only on other records than last records, and forward filling will not be applicable on first record, because before first record there is no record. So forward filling cannot be applied on first record and backward filling cannot be applied on last record. So for this case, what we can do, we'll just fill again with forward filling. So I will give this small task to you. What you can do, you can take a data set in which, or you can delete one of the specific value which is there in the record, in between value. Don't delete the value in the particular last record. You delete the value in one of the record, and then you try to fill using backward filling and check it out either it is working or not working. It will definitely work. So let me just fill the backward filling. Now you can see forward filling now. So you can see 158, the previous value was taken. So it's a forward filling only. It has filled now. Now the next way to handle missing values, basically, can we drop the entire row itself wherever it is null value? Because we have only, let me show you. Df dot is NA, and this is basically sum, right? Let us check. So we don't have missing values in any of the column now. We have only one column present, that is diabetes, and in diabetes we have one missing value out of 70,653. So can we drop that record? Yes, we can drop it. So let us drop the record. So df dot drop NA, so it will drop that particular record from the dataset and it will save into the same df. Let us check now. So earlier we were having 70,653 records. Now we are having 70,652 records. So the record has been dropped. You can see the last record, now it already went. So we can go on dropping the records also. So this is one more way to handle the missing value. Sometimes in data set we might be having duplicate records, so we can drop the duplicates also. So to drop the duplicates, this data frame is having this function named as drop duplicates. So wherever duplicate records are there, it will keep only one occurrence of it. Other records, the duplicate records will be dropped out. So let's verify. So once we are going to do this, we have 70,652 records. And here we have again, after dropping the duplicates, we have 70,652 records. It means that there is no duplicate present, right? Even we can select a specific column in which we can select the duplicates. So let me paste again, and in drop duplicates, we can write subset. So subset is equal to, inside the bracket, we can write a specific column. So if you are going to execute this, right? So what it will do, it will, I will not save results in the same DF because it will delete the data. So let's save the result in different DF. So drop the duplicates with respect to gender. So let us check now. Say it has deleted all the records, and it is going to keep only 3 records because gender was duplicated, female was many times. So it kept this kept only first record, 0th record female, 1 record for male and 1 record for other, and other all records it has deleted now. So if records are duplicated, we can drop the specific duplicate records also. And here we have saved the result into separate DF. That's why this original DF remains same. We have 70,652 records. And this completes our step number 3. Right? Now what is step number 4? We have to write this DF back to this MongoDB database. So let me show you what is DF. So this is our final DF. So let us check this 70,652 records are there, and DF dot is NA. Let us check any null values are there or not there. So we don't have any null values now. We have handled all the missing values now. Now this is the clean DF, and now we have to write this data frame back to database. So how we can do this? So to do this, we need to convert this data frame into dictionary. And how can we convert? So let us write, say df dot, the method is to dictionary, orients is equal to records. So we can convert this entire, currently DF is basically data frame. It's having table like structure. So we'll convert this particular dictionary, this data frame into dictionary format, and the orientation will be a record type. Let us see, let us print this. You can see this data frame is present in table like format. Now same data frame we have converted into the dictionary format. You can see. So we have a list of couple of records. So this is the first record, this is the second record, this is the third record, and so on basically. So now we can dump this particular data back to the database. Now let us verify what is our database. So we have DB. So let me check. So DB is basically our, let us scroll to the right. Let me minimize this. You can see the health DB is basically our DB, right? Let us verify what is our collection. Collection name is basically, so diabetic. So this diabetic, right side you can see, diabetic. So this diabetic is pointing to same, let me just open MongoDB Compass. And inside MongoDB Compass, let me open this. Let me connect to this. You can see. So in MongoDB Compass, it is referring to same original collection. We don't have to replace this original collection. We will keep this original collection as it is. Original data will be as it is. The clean data will come to this particular collection. So here we don't have any of the records now. So let me copy this name of this particular collection, and let me come back to here, and let us create the new collection. So the new collection is basically, you can create like this, right? So database of the collection name is basically this one, data diabetic cleaned. So this is the new collection name. You can verify here. So new collection name is diabetic clean, in which we have to dump the data. So database is basically healthdb, and let us, this is called as new collection. Let us verify it. And if you want to say, this is the host, this is basically a database healthdb, and this is basically a collection name. Now it is pointing to new collection, new table, right? Now how to dump it? So let me, okay, let me add one more cell to here, and let us dump it. So to dump it, right? So how we can dump it? So you can see the collection is basically new collection. The method is insert many because we have many records and the data is present in data dictionary. So where is the data? So this dictionary data. We have data present, we had a data present in DF converted to dictionary, and this dictionary name is basically data dictionary, and this we are going to pass to this particular method insert many to this particular collection, and this collection is connected with this database, and this database is connected with this particular host. If we are going to execute this, so it will take, yeah, so we got this particular message, clean data saved back into the database. Now let us verify, let me save this particular notebook. Let us verify the data came to here or not. So let us come back here and let us refresh this. So let me click here. So diabetic, we have 70k records, and say we got this data here. So diabetic cleaned, we got this data. Clean data came to this particular collection, and you can see the number of records 70,652. These are total number of records which are present. And let us verify. Yeah, you can see it. Now we don't have any missing values. These are already full. This already we have imputed. I know this video is little bit long, but I wanted to have a specific video, end-to-end video from where we can pull a data from database. We can do entire step, data cleaning process, handling missing values, and we wanted to dump the data back to database. That's why this video is long. I hope you have understood about handling missing values from a data and entire this process. So if you like this video, you can definitely share this video to your friends. And if you are watching this video first time, you can definitely subscribe to the channel so that you will get the new videos, similar videos in your recommended list. If you have any queries, you can post your queries into comment box. Thanks for watching this video.